doing, sir?
You never ever thought you were going to get paid there. You can't get paid there, can you?
Someone there was 2 years ago. One.
What is usually on?
My turn next. Yes, okay, it's not the ball.
Lions and antes in, please.
Feature table as well. All the way to
Yeah. Disgusting, isn't it? What they said on the feature table. $300.
And he just calls like, here we go, he's got this, double back walk.
2,000. $45. 45. 4,500. Cool. Player all in. And a call, all in with a call. On your backs then please, boys. We have King 10, plays Ace 9.
So if it's not the Wi-Fi, it's the microphones playing up. But back with you, right then. So let me give you a rundown. We are six-handed at our feature table at the moment. Seat 1 is Darrell Hall playing for Lee Barrett Poker Network. Seat 2 is Jimmy Lafferty playing for Crack Kings. Seat 3 is empty. Seat 4 is Dave Potts playing for London Poker Meetup. Seat 5 is Mandy Newlove playing for Duke Street Poker. Seat 6 is Mark Roberts playing for Sutton Poker. And Seat 7 is Sean Long playing for Coldstream Poker. Currently 8 and 9 are empty. 47 players remaining at the moment. Let me give you an explanation of what's gone down in the first 45 minutes. We're nearly at the end of level 13. So we started the day with 60 players. And here's the rundown of who we've lost so far. In 60th, Mick Doyle from London Poker Meetup. 59th, we lost Andy Booth from Grosvenor Poker. Andy came back with only 2Ks worth of chips yesterday, didn't even show, so he was blinded out. Then we lost Brian Ridley, Geordie Poker in 43rd. Terry Oakley from Hetton Social Poker followed quickly after in 57th. Matt Cromwell from Black Country Poker Club in 56th. Then finally the final Team Gotham player, Ian Thompson, exited in 55th. The Hit Squad lost the first of their 6 players that made it through to day 2. Kevin O'Hanlon, he finished in 54th. That was then followed by Scott Squad, who lost Roddy Farmer in 53rd. That was the first of their 5 players that made it through to day 2. Crack Kings then lost one of theirs as well. These are the guys that were all at the top of the leaderboard at the end of day 1. Matthew Higginbottom went in 52nd. Scott lost another player quickly after, Cameron McKillop in 51st. Martin Towers for LBPN went out in 50th. And then the two most recent exits, Peter Brown for Essex Home Game and Vince Ely for London Poker Meetup. So we're down to 47 players. We're paying top 18 here today. Top prize is £2,900. Minimum cash is 130. So it means Hit Squad are still top of the min-max table at the moment. They can max out on 537 points if the remaining 5 players all finished in the top 5. Very unlikely, but stranger things have happened. Crack Kings right behind them. Scott Squad, Coldstream Poker, Froome Poker Group. Haven't spoken about them yet. They are 3 players, got 3 players into the points, and with 47 players left, all 3 of them are still sat at the tables. They look to be the top 5 that are really going to be fighting this out for the medals. But that's not to say the likes of London Poker Meetup, Blue Blood, BCPC, Sutton Poker or Angie's Room could, if their 2 remaining players could actually make final tables, maybe they could sneak into the medals and in the fight. So lots to play for. Player all in on the feature table. And it's Mandy Newlove for Duke Street Poker. To the right of your screen. And it's a call from Mark Roberts, playing for Sutton Poker. So Mandy's got 6-7 of clubs and is up against the 4-9 of diamonds. 6-7's at risk. And the flop comes 6, Jack 3. And another diamond on the turn, 4 on the river, which means Mandy's going to get a double up for Duke Street. A round of applause from her rail that's all following her. So we're at level 14 now, blinds are 1500, 3000 with a running ante of 400. Average stack is 88,000. We've lost another couple of players on the outer tables, so 45 players remaining. So Willie Higgins from Scott Squad has gone in 47th place. That only leaves 2 players now for Scott Squad, followed very quickly by another Hit Squad member. These are the 2 teams that were vying at the top of the table. So we've lost Alan Pinkstone in 46th place for Hit Squad. We're about to get some additional players to the feature table, so I will get their cards and let you know who they're going to be. So gone in 45th place is Adam Williams playing for Ace High Poker Group. In 44th is Ken McBride. He's out. The last of the D-Gens Poker Tour. He's gone in 44th place. So Daryl Hall all in under seat one from Lee Barrett Poker Network. Gets it through. I've got his skipper next to me on the rail here. How are we looking, Lee?
It's not gone so well this year. Don't get me wrong, we've enjoyed it, but we bummed out quite early, quite a lot of us, so we've effectively only got one man left in holding it up for us. But
I mean, what's the tactics at that point?
Play for yourself, to be honest with you. There's nothing the team can do, so he's in it for himself, and fair play to him. Hope he goes deep.
Excellent. Well, I mean, it's a nice bit of money. Obviously, we've slightly increased the buy-in this year, bring it in line with our other national events. It means the prize pools are a little bit more, obviously, because it's split anyway. So what are we, 2,900 up top with the Vegas package? Not bad, is it?
Not bad. You can't go wrong there, can you, really? I mean, I know the buy-in's increased, but in all honesty, it's a nice little prize up top, is that? And whoever wins it, good luck to them. I hope they do well in Vegas as well.
Now, this is one of your kind of, I know the Northwest local poker, you've got so much up round here, but Blackpool can't fault it, can we?
Oh, God, no. It's one of the best casinos around here. I love playing here. I love playing at Bury New Road as well. We had the best of both yesterday because Lee Harrison came over from Bury New Road.
Exactly, yeah. And Lee's going to be looking after us at the Worlds over Easter, so that should be good as well.
Yeah, I hope to be there for a few of those as well. There's a lot going on over Easter, but I hope to be there for a few of those games as well, mate.
Lovely. Thanks, Lee. Thanks very much for that. It's great to see, even though those guys they got one player left in, yet they're all stood on the rail cheering him on. And his lad is going to see a flop of 7 ace 10, and it looks like Daryl's going to be first out to bet from seat one, and he is. Makes it 3,000, 3.5 to go, and gets a fold from Jimmy in seat two, and another pot. A little nod from skipper on the rail. I got Roddy from the Scott squad with me. How you doing, Roddy?
Not bad, not bad. Good.
So, how many of you guys got left in now?
We've got 2, so we probably need maybe 15 people out, both under survive, guaranteed third maybe.
Yeah. So you've already cracking through the numbers to work it out, yeah?
Yeah, trying to, yeah, but we could actually do with hit squad knocking out a few people, because I think they'll be tough to beat. So
is that how you guys are playing it? First plan is try and lock up a medal and then see what happens after that.
probably not with Willie, but with Brian, aye.
So one of Roddy's teammates, Brian, he's sat in seat 8 at the moment on the feature table, so bottom left of your screen.
I'd imagine Willie will be trying to press that a bit more, because he can't sit on 10 bigs. He's that kind of player, but.
So going into day 2, it was really Hit Squad, Scott Squad, and Crack Kings were the 3 teams at the top. They've all lost a few early on today. That's inevitable. That was going to happen. They came back. All right, absolutely ramsel in the card room here. So many people railing, following their teammates. We're trying to keep up as best we can, but the guys are catching every exit as they come. So you can go on the forum, onto the live update, and you'll see all the exits as they go. Matt's also got an at-a-glance page, which is absolutely awesome because you can see all the min-maxes there. He's updating that as quickly as his fingers can type and push buttons and stuff like that. Last couple of exits, where have we got? So in 43rd, Kerry Hollick is out. Last of the APAT Little Angels. She departs, so that's all of them gone. A number of the teams very keen to. Out in 42nd, Julie Whitworth for Angie's Room. Now they're down to 1 player. Right then, so blinds are still 1,500, 3,000 with a running ante of 400. 41 players remaining. Average stack is 96,600 at the moment. I'm reckoning in the next, I think 10 to 15 exits, I reckon, and we'll start getting a good idea where the team event's going to be going. Certainly, I think we'll find then maybe one or maybe two of the teams might have locked up their actual medal positions. We've got a number of the teams kind of flittering around at the moment to the update area, trying to get an idea of where they are. It's all on the forum. If you go and find Matt's at a glance section on the forum, you'll see exactly where we're at. For those of you that were on Facebook earlier on, I did a little quick Facebook Live this morning from the cardroom. Also mentioned that tonight Grosvenor start running their Vegas satellites, running every Sunday night for the next 10 weeks. They're guaranteeing 2 packages out to Vegas. £2,500 package gives you 7 nights in the Link, entry in the Colossus, money for your flights and accommodate and sort of other bits and pieces. You can satellite in from 25p, so 2 seats guaranteed every Sunday for the next 10 weeks. If you're about tonight, get on there. It's the first one. I reckon there'll be good value tonight. So they're running a satellite into that event with, I think, 10 seats guaranteed earlier on in the evening. So get involved if you can on grosvenorpoker.com. You can find all the details if you go on to apat.com, and there's download details there. We've got an all-in on the feature table. And it's seat 4 who's all in, which is Dave Potts playing for London Poker Meetup. And we get a call from Darrell Hall for Lee Barrett. So it's ace-10 for Dave, up against pocket 8s for Darrell. It's the ace-10 at risk. Here comes the flop. And it's 5-jack-3. For another 3, just needs to avoid an ace or a 10. And it's a king on the river and a shake of the hands between the 2 players. And Dave is going to depart. And Darrell stacks up. As you'd have heard when I was talking to Lee Barrett earlier on, Darrell very much last man standing, so playing for himself really. He's going all out for the win, as will be the case for a number of players now here at as we're playing down to 40 players. Those with only one they're the only team member left in, really. It's now all about the individual prizes. Very nice, though. £2,900 up top, plus a Vegas package. Top 3 are all going to take home over £1,000 on the individual. Team event-wise, it's £5,000 up top for the winning team to split up between them. So on we go on the feature table. So Mandy in the small blind, Mark in the big blind this time, so Sean folds. And Brian from Scott Squad makes it 7,000 to play. Fold from Darrell, and Jimmy folds as well, so we're round to Lee, who effectively is on the button because it's a dead button at the moment. He folds, as does Mandy in the small blind. And Mark in the big blind gets out of the way, and Brian from Scott Squad's going to take that pot down. Blinds and antes. So min cash is 130, 18th place we're paying from today for the individual. Top 3 teams will win the team prizes. £5,000 first, £3,000 for second, and £1,900 for third. So from the team event point of view, Hit Squad and Crack Kings both still have 4 players left in. I think the quiet ones to watch here, we've not really mentioned them much so far. Coldstream Poker and Froome Poker Group both got 3 into the points, and all 3 players are still sat at the tables, just quietly going about their business. We've not mentioned them yet, but they really could be ones to keep an eye on. May well sneak up on the outside when we're not expecting it. It's been Hit Squad, Crack Kings and Scott Squad that have been top of the table for overnight. So it's all gone a little bit quieter now. We're down to 40 runs. Got an all in the call on one of the outer tables. Kings against Ace Jack. It's the and another Ace Jack. So 3-way all in. Queen 5 deuce on the flop there. Another 4, but it's three spades now. So looking for one more spade for the one of the Ace Jacks, and it gets there. Scott Berridge playing for Shay Jer gets a runner spade flush draw with his Jack of Spades, and cracks another Ace Jack and pocket kings. So it's the Kings of Hit Squad that got busted, and it was the other Ace Jack of Grosvenor Poker. So looking like a treble up for Scott for Shay Jer. So Daryl's at the raising game again, up to 7,500 from under the gun. And it's a call from Mark on the button. So it's going to be 2 players to the flop. Mark playing for Sutton Poker and Daryl playing for Lee Barrett Poker Network, and the flop comes down 2, 3, 5, 2 hearts. And Daryl bets out 12,000. Decision on Mark, who's to the right of your screen there, and he's reaching for chips, and he makes it 33. So Daryl bet out to 12,000, and Mark's raised it up to 33. Decision back on Daryl. So on we go. Darrell technically under the gun again this time because player in seat 9 is not sat there behind their chips. He folds this time. Had a few exits on some of the other tables, so I'll rattle you through those in a minute. Mark's raised it up to 7,000 from the cutoff. Sean folds. Just Brian. And Brian gets out of the way, and Mark takes down the dead big blind, small blind, and antes. Right then, so last exit I think I gave you was Julie Whitworth from Angie's room in 40 seconds. So, London Poker Meetup, I've lost Dave Potts in 41st. You watched that at the feature table. Barry Cullen for Coldstream Poker has gone in 40th. That leaves them with 2 players. 39th, we lose Craig Harby from Team on Team Poker. He was their last player remaining. And we've just, Blue Blood have just lost Gordon G. Mac MacArthur in 38th place. They're down to 1 player now as well. And I think we've got 1 more exit, which means I think we're about to break a. I think we're about to break a table. I can just see another exit on one of the outer tables. So we're nearly going to break down to 4 tables. Makes it a little bit easier to follow all the action and exits. We're getting to that point for the teams that have got, 2, 3, 4 players still in. Every exit is just securing the possibility that they're going to get a medal. Looking very good now for Hit Squad and Crack Kings. Both got 4 players remaining with 36 players left. So having just had a quick look, we're pretty confident that we know who our top 3 teams are going to be with 36 players left. It's just what order they're going to finish in. But it looks like Hit Squad, Crack Kings and Scott Squad are going to be our top 3 teams. All depends now what order they're in. We've got a player all in, which is Mandy on the feature table. So in 37th place, we've lost Win Gibson from Hit Squad, and 36th is Steve Rumming from Froome Poker Group. So if you go on the forum, you'll see Matt's at a glance, and that'll show quite clearly that we know who our top 3 are going to be. So Tom's just announced to the room that we know who our top 3 teams are going to be. They're vying for those medals, but the 35 players remaining are all still playing for an individual cash prize. Top 18 are getting paid. Minimum cash is 130. Up top is £2,900 with a Vegas package. So masses to still play for the remaining 35 here. Players are going to be on a 15-minute break at the end of this level, which is another 6 minutes. We'll do the same on the live stream. We'll keep it running, but we'll be taking a 15-minute break as well. So we're just getting a quick count on Daryl's stack for his. The thought was that it was Lee that was all in at risk, but nowhere near actually. So it's a double up for Daryl against Lee Lawrenson, playing for Ace High Poker Group. Players will be on a break in just under 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes and we'll have players on a break. So, as I was saying earlier, guys, don't forget Grosvenor Poker starting their Vegas satellites tonight. Every Sunday for the next 10 weeks, they're guaranteeing 2 Vegas packages, £2,500 package. You can enter that for £220, but you can satellite in from 25p. 2 seats guaranteed every single week for the next 10 weeks. Get yourself out to Vegas with Grosvenor. All on the outer tables. Table 2. Tom is... He nearly started running to get over there, actually, so... What we got? Let's have a look. It's Pocket Jacks against Pocket Kings. Not sure which is at risk, actually. I think it might be the Jacks that are at risk. And it goes out the Kings hold, and I think we're going to lose. Yeah, we're going to lose a player. Jacks a bust. And 10 seconds left of this level, so then players are going to be on a break. We're going to do full chip counts then, which we'll get up on the forum, so you can know exactly where we're at. Man down just before the break. So 15-minute break for the players. We'll leave the cameras rolling. We'll see you back in 15 minutes. I spoke too soon. All in the call on our feature table, last hand. So we'll watch this one play out.
Guys, if you're not in the hand, could I ask you to leave the plate area, please? If you're not holding the hand, please leave the plate.
So it's Mandy who's all in, has been called by Lee, and it's a decision now on Mark. He gets out of the way, shows an ace, but gets out of the way. So it's going to be King 10 for Lee, Pocket Queens for Mandy. It's the Queens at risk. Here we go. King, Queen, 5. King didn't look good, but very happy. Mandy was very happy when the Queen showed its way. That's 3 clubs, but there's no clubs out there either. So I'm not sure whether she realised, but he was drawing dead on the turn because even another king would have given her the full house. So, but she still thought there was a sweat on, but it was all good. It was all good. It was done after the turn, Mandy. It was done after the turn. You were good. Double up for Mandy, and that's Lee doubling up two players in a few hands there. And this time, I promise you, we will see you in 15 minutes after the break. So players are back, seated. We're about to get going again. 34 players remaining. Matt's been busy doing some sums during the break. And Scott Squad are going to be our bronze medalists, which is going to leave Hit Squad and Cracked Kings battling out for first and second. And that's because just before the break, in 35th place, we lost William Kerr from Scott Squad. So they're guaranteed bronze medal. Top two are fighting out, but the remaining 34 players here are now fighting out for the cash.
Please make your way to the card room and put your name on the list. So if you're interested in playing the single table satellite, please make your way to the card room and register yourself.
So we're going to see a flop here of 6-3 Queen, 2 hearts. And it's a check from Sean. Who else have we got in the hand? Darryl in the hand in seat 1 as well. And Daryl's going to bet out 16,500. And it's a fold from Sean. And Darryl takes down that pot, adds to his stack. Chip counts should be up on the forum now. It says 2 minutes and they'll be up on the forum. He's tapping away feverishly. I'll have a quick look though. I can give you a quick rundown of the big stacks we've got here because I think they're all tapped into the system. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Let me give you a rundown of anyone over 200k. What we got? So Jimmy Lafferty, Crack Kings, 211,000. Mark Roberts for Sutton Poker, 248,000. Chris Dixon for Crack Kings, 200,000. Neil Sheehan, Joe Beavers.com, 205,000. And Carl Norris, Hit Squad, 220,000. So player exit on the outer table. It's guys. So Luckbox Redfern wins with 7-4, beating the short stack that had him dominated with 8-5. Yeah. Steve gets there again, but to be honest, we've been watching that for years. Happens all the time. Even though he hasn't been here for a while, it still happens. For anyone that knows Steve, you know, previous APAC champion. Pretty much that's how he won that. You know. Very proud England player, winning a world championship with them as well, and pretty much is retired from poker now. Is just a swim dad, really, for a living, pretty much. 2 world championship bracelets. Yeah, he's just reminded me. So great to see Steve here this weekend, and still in the event, playing for Blue Blood. I kind of just get this assuming that the Blue Blood and BCPC must fight over him when it comes to playing these tournaments. So over on the feature table, we're seeing a flop of 5-4 King, and it's Sean that's bet this out to 12,500, and it's been raised up from seat 2. So Jimmy from Crack Kings has raised it up to 26,000. Decision back on Sean. Sean's at the bottom of your screen with the yellow writing on the back of his black polo shirt. Jimmy at the very top, just is in seat 2, just to the right of the APAC banner. And Sean folds, and Jimmy's going to take down that pot. Crack Kings vying for the gold medals here in the team event. I think we've just lost Matt Carter on one of the outer tables. Yeah, I can see him on his feet. Yeah, Matt Carter's departed as well.
Could the following players please come to the card room? Adam Williams, Grant Wilson, Jenny Sherman, Jack Hipkiss, Bob Duncan, Andy Duncan. Thank you.
So on one of the other outer tables, I can see Warren Jones scooping up chips. Fairly standard, really. So on the feature table, it's folded right the way around to the blinds. And it's Jimmy that's made it 11,000 out of the small blind. Decision on Lee. Apologies if the background music's a bit loud. Wherever I seem to stand around this feature table, I'm underneath one of the speakers. So I'm kind of trying to talk over them without upsetting those on the on the feature table, sorry, as well. So Lee folds and Billy gets that one through. Jimmy adds to his stack. So we lose Glenn Townsend in 34th place, last of the blonde poker, reigning champions, exits the tournament. He was pretty much playing for himself.
Someone just gone.
So all in the call, it's Mandy with pocket kings against the jacks. Against the jacks of Mark. So it's the kings at risk. Here comes the flop. 10 jack king. King's good, but there's a sweat going on. It's 3 hearts as well. And there's the jack of hearts out there. Another queen nearly locks it up. There's an ace of hearts or 9 of hearts. Doesn't get there. Still had a sweat all the way to the river this time. But gets there. Double up for Mandy. So in 33rd, we lose Matt Carter from London Poker Meetup. He was the last one standing for them as well. And we're down to 32 players. 5 more and we'll be down to 3 tables and starting to get close to the money bubble for the individual prizes. Still all to play for up top between Hit Squad and Crack Kings for first and second in the team event. Nothing's moved at the moment because they've still got the same number of players in. Crack Kings have 4, Hit Squad have 3, all to play for. Tables up. Leo, our TD, is sorting that out for us. And we're going to lose Sean Long from Coldstream Poker. He's going to move out to one of the outer tables. What we've got. Yeah. All in and a call on the feature table. And it's Lee with the ace-5 against the ace-queen of Brian from Scott Squad. It's the ace-5 at risk, we think, here. Tom's back of Tom's head beautifully on the camera. 7, 10, 10. Opportunities. 4 puts the third heart there. And a deuce, and the ace-5 is going to get there with the flush. Going to be a double up for Lee. Lee playing for Ace High Poker Group, and Brian So we've it's all gone a little bit quiet now. 32 players left. As I said, quite a few of these now are starting to focus on the individual caches. Gives me a good opportunity to remind you that tonight is the start of Grosvenor Poker's Vegas satellite promotion. They're taking 20 players to Vegas this summer. 2 packages guaranteed every Sunday for the next 10 weeks. You can satellite in from 25p if you like. So get on the forum and see the details. Get into the poker lobby, and you can. Tonight they're running a satellite into tonight's first event with 10 seats guaranteed. Loads of ways to get in. If you've not got an account, just go onto apat.com, find the details. You can sign up through us and get a load of nice bonuses as well. Get you a bunch of 25p tickets to try and make your way to Vegas on the cheap. We have got an all-in, and we have another all-in. So here we go. Let me talk you through this. So Brian Cameron is all-in from the button. Daryl Hall has gone all-in from the small blind after the initial raise by Mark. Let's see what we got on the go here. It's pocket fours for Brian, and it's ace 10 for Daryl. And the back of Lucy's head beautifully in the camera. And here we go. It's the fours. Oh, I think it's the fours at risk. 8, 6, 3. Looking good for the fours at the moment. Ace on the turn. Gonna need to hit a 4. 4 on the river. As I say, he's gonna need to hit a 4 on the river. There it is. And Dealer's gonna count that up for us and see where we're at. Brian's part of the Scott Squad team that have already locked up bronze medal in the team event, and Daryl is playing for Lee Barrett Poker Network. Last man standing for them, so going for the win on the individual. It's a double up for Brian. And they say online poker's rigged, eh? Oh, I've got Stuart Wardemy on the rail here. How are we doing, Stuart?
Not bad, bit rough, but getting there.
You've had a good weekend in Blackpool, I can take it then, yeah?
Yeah, 4 days worth of it. Drinking with Jade's not a good idea. Getting too old.
How did the poker go?
Average. Played all right, but got ridiculously unlucky and then got knocked out. So
you're playing the World Championships coming up in Easter, and you're a bit of charity work there as well, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. We've got like a charity night we do once a year, so I'm going there and playing like for the charity basically.
Which charity is that?
Click Sergeant, I think it is.
Fantastic. So that'll be good. So you playing many events, got a schedule lined up. It's the 18 bracelets events over 10 days. So
I'll probably be coming down from the Wednesday or the Thursday and looking to play a few of the PLO events and some of that. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Fantastic. I'm hoping to try and get you a bit of co-commentary as well, if possible at some point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, always up for that. Always up for that.
Good man. Excellent stuff. Stu, previous APAC champion, won his event in Luton back in season 2009. So what do you reckon? Season 4? Season 4, yeah, we're looking. I know it well. I'm quite bitter about it. He knocked me out of the tournament, so I don't really. We never mentioned it again, Stu. We?
Absolutely not. You know, getting in with Ace King and losing to Ace King.
Yeah. Horrible. I still have nightmares about it now, but still. Luckily, poker has a way of coming up with other positive things that make you forget those things.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Blackpool, though, can't go wrong here. Can we be ready for the weekend? 33 teams, 264 entries, and it sounds like everyone's had an absolute blast.
Oh, definitely. Everyone's had a great time. We had a cracking table yesterday, which was good fun. Shots were flowing, so yeah.
Yeah, staff here have been absolutely superb. As again today, Vegas Satellite starts at 3 o'clock here, and they've got an evening comp on as well at 5 o'clock. I think it's about £30 buy-in, which I think a lot of the guys stay up here for the weekend, so won't go back till tomorrow morning or later on tonight anyway. So get involved. And if you're at home and can't do that, get yourself on Grosvenor Poker tonight, because there's the start of the Vegas Satellite promotion. 2 packages. So, all in the call on one of the outer tables. Let's see what we've got going on here. It's Ace-3 against Ace-Queen. It's Coldstream against Crack Kings. Crack Kings with the Ace-Queen. Deuce Ace-4 gives the 3 opportunities. 8 on the turn and a 5 on the river. Means our player from Coldstream is going to get a double up through our player from Crack Kings. And he's.
I'm sick as a parrot.
Crack Kings are sick as a parrot. Yeah. Not good for them. Crack Kings vying for the top 2 places at the moment. So they've just doubled up one of the shorter stacks on one of the outer tables. They've still got 4 players left in though. So sorry. So lots to play, but it's so close. The min-max is between the top 2. There's 20 points between them. One's got 4 in, one's got 3 in. So lots to still play for. And we're being treated to a bit of Rick Astley on the music. How are you finding this, Stu?
Oh, it's a classic, all-time classic.
So we've got a board here of Jack 8, King 7. And it's been bet out by Mark, who's made it 11,000. And Lee is the other player in the hand who was in the big blind. Lee's made the call, so we're going to see a river card. And it's the 9 of diamonds. So it's Jack 8, King 7, 9. Action on Lee again. He looks across at Mark. Lee at the top of your screen. Mark to the bottom right. And they both check it. Lee says I've got a 7, I think. He does, and Mark shows ace 9 for the pair of 9s on the river. And Mark's going to take down that pot. Mark's playing for Sutton Poker, and Lee is playing for Ace High Poker Group. I think they're last man standing for both those teams, I think. I shouldn't just say I think, guys. I should give you the actual proper definite yes they are or aren't they. So I'm going to go and just check the min-max tables that Matt's keeping up to date on the forum. Let's have a look. Sutton have actually got they've got 2 in. So so Lee playing for Lee is last man standing for Ace High, but Sutton Poker have still got 2 players in. But both very much going for the individual prize now, as the team medals are locked up. Really slowed up. We've been at 32 now for about 15-20 minutes. We're currently playing level 15. Blinds are 2,000, 4,000 with a running ante of 500. Just to remind you, we're playing top 18 in the individual prizes here today. £130 is the minimum cash for the individuals. £2,900 up top for first place, with a Destination Vegas package added on for the winner. Join us out in Vegas this June. We're taking about 30 to 40 players out there, or players and partners, for 7 days out in Vegas. Entry into the Colossus World Series tournament, the world's largest poker event. Should be an awesome 7 days. As normally happens is with this team event, you just see more mobile phone and iPad and tablet usage at the tables, and most of them are on the forum looking at the tables. It's quite entertaining to watch when they're all there trying to keep up to date. Mac does keep refreshing the table every exit now, so for those that are watching, but we've not had an exit for a little while. Thing is, average stack is 124,000, so at blinds 2,000, 4,000. Yeah, it's 30 bigs, so there's no rush at the moment for these guys. And with the money up top for the individual prize, they certainly don't want to be getting silly. 30 bigs is the average stack. Plenty of play. Plenty of play. So don't forget, guys, our final event in the UK for season 10. We're at Manchester, Bury New Road, for the World Championship of Amateur Poker. 10 days of poker starts on the now I've got to remember day 8th of April, running right the way through out to the Easter weekend. Finish on the Easter bank holiday weekend. There's events on all days. We've got Monday and Tuesday where there's no any World Championship poker events, but there will be local events. I've got Lee with me, who's the card room manager over there. What have you got running on the Monday and Tuesday, Lee?
So we have Easter Beast day 1. That's on the Monday. That's 7:30 at night. 20,000 starting chips, 20,000 guarantee. And then on Tuesday we have our regular tournament, which is £50 with 1 rebuy and guaranteed 7,500. That's always a busy tournament, and the busy cash games to go along with it. We have mixed games, well as Omaha, well as Hold'em. So something for everybody there. And you're going to also try and run some satellites for our high roller event for later on in the week, if for any players that are there. Yeah, we could do anything on request. Anybody wants to play. I know your high roller is £220, is that right?
So we lose Adam from BCPC in 32nd place on our feature table there. Made the shove with Jack 4 and woke up with to find a player with Ace King. That was Mark from Sutton Poker. So we're down to 31 players now. So Daryl's going to bet into this flop of 9 ace ace. And Jimmy calls. It's blind on blind. So they both see the 4 of spades on the turn. And it's a check this time from Darrell. Jimmy's reaching for chips, so I think he's going to make a bet. He does. Makes it 22,000 to go. Decision back on Darrell. Both at the top left-hand side of your screen. And Darrell folds. And Jimmy takes that one down. Remember, Jimmy's playing for Crack Kings, who's still got 4 players left. All in and a... Apologies at home if you're wondering what's going on. We're having major problems with the audio here today. It just keeps dropping off, so whenever we see it, we just have to do a very, very quick 5-second reset on it. But so if I'm talking and all of a sudden it goes, you're probably all at home going, great, he shut up. But not a lot we can do about it at the moment. We're going to try and have a look during the break to see what's going on. In the meantime, we will continue on. So massive hand there over on the outer tables. Aces versus Kings versus Ace King. It was the Ace King for the hit squad player. He finished 3rd in the hand. Double up for treble up for Coldstream, and side pot for the APAT player, Warren Jones. On the feature table, we've got a board of Queen, 9, Queen, Jack, Ace with 3 diamonds, and it's Jimmy in seat 2 and Lee in seat 3 at the top of your screen. And Jimmy's made it 23,000 to play on the river, and it's decision on Lee. Lee's having a look across. Lee's just staring at Jimmy. Jimmy's just smirking and gives a little chuckle. Decisions on Lee. Lee says he calls. So Jimmy shows an ace, ace 4, and it's good enough. And Lee folds without showing. And Jimmy's going to take that and add to his stack. Jimmy playing for Crack Kings. They're going for gold in the team event. Looking good for him. Got to be one of the chip leaders now, down to 31 players. Top 18 are going to get individual cash. So Gary Young was the hit squad player in that hand, and Gary's down to just over 100k now, I think. Just moved away from the table to have a think about that last hand there over on one of the outer tables. The ace-king versus aces versus kings. So still 31 runners left. And we're now into level 16 with blinds at 3,000, 6,000 with a running ante of 600. So all in the call on the feature table. Lee's got King Queen, is up against the pocket sixes. So it's Sutton Poker against Ace High Poker. Queen, Jack Queen 8, Deuce on the turn, 9 on the river, and the King Queen is going to be good. So Mark is going to double up Lee. So just confirming we lost Steve Redfern in 31st, down to 30 players. Blinds are 3,000, 6,000 with a running ante of 600. All in on the feature table, as we've got an all in call on one of the outer tables as well. So decision on Jimmy. 61,500 was the count for Brian, playing for Scott Squad. They've locked up a bronze medal. Jimmy up there is playing for Crack Kings. They're vying for gold and silver. Crack Kings have still got 4 players left in. They're up against Hit Squad, who've still got 3 left in. Big decision for Jimmy. 61,500 is the count. Jimmy said if it wasn't a team event, it's a snap call. But he's folded, and Brian Schoen's Pocket Kings. All in the call on one of the outer tables. And we're going to lose it's a crack. And it's Stuart Greenham from Froome Poker, who's knocked out one of the Hit Squad. That can make a massive difference to the top of the table now. Matt will go and get that exit in, but that could be absolutely critical. Matt will go and add that one in. Lucy's got an exit as well, so we're going to bung these 2 exits in. Could make a massive difference to the top of the table. Yeah, cards are dead. Yeah. All in a call on the feature table. It's Kings against Pocket Sixes. Pocket Sixes at risk. And 5-8-10 is the flop. Deuce and a 4. And we're going to lose Brian from Scott Squad. He's going to exit. Cracking run for him. His team have finished third in the team event. Unfortunately, he's just going to miss out on the individual cash as well.
Brian, the last one to go for them. Brian, you the last?
Yes. Yeah. So we've got a few new players coming in onto the feature table now.
I do agree with them. If we can,
Oh yeah.
setup can go through. What's better than YouTube? Yeah. What? Yeah.
So a raise from Jimmy to 14,000 on the button. It's Lee in the small blind and Gary Pennicutt in the big blind. Gary's playing for JoeBeavers.com. And Lee is all in from the small blind. Gary gets out of the way. So decision back on Jimmy. Jimmy playing for Crack Kings. And he folds. I think Lee's having a look. He's going to show one. Shows an ace. And we've lost a player from Grosvenor Poker on one of the outer tables. And we're going to be down to 25, I think, now. So a couple of recent exits there. We lost. You saw Brian Cameron go from Scott Squad. We lost. It was Jake Quincy from Grosvenor Poker and John Tandy from Midlands Poker Forums gone as well. So 25 players left. Cashes for the top 18. Min cash 130. Up top is 2,900 with a Vegas package added on as well. Top three are all going to pick up over £1,000 each. All in the call on the feature table. It's Mandy all in, and it's been called. It's been called by Mark. On their backs, Mark's got 9-3. Mandy's got Ace-4. It's the Ace-4 at risk. Here comes the flop, and it's Queen 8 Jack. Oh, 10 on the turn. 10 on the river. Mandy's done for. And we lose Mandy in 25th place. Well played to her. And I think it's Scott Berridge all in on one of the outer tables as well. He's on his feet. And he's run. So we're joined on the feature table now in seat 8 by Chris Dixon, playing for Cracked Kings. They are vying for the top 2 spots in the team event. Good luck to him. He's got one of his teammates up in seat 2. Who's playing in seat 2? He's playing in their second colours this weekend. Yeah, away kit. Yeah. I thought it was just good team tactics, yeah. Changing at the shirt so they don't know you're on the same team, yeah. So all in the call on the feature table, straight in there. Ace Jack versus Pocket Tens. It's the Ace Jack at risk. Comes down King Jack 8, looking good so far. Queen gives options. 4 on the river, and the Ace Jack is going to be good for a double up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is customer announcement. This is the final call for anyone in today's Destination Vegas Satellite. The tournament is about to commence. A final call for all Destination Vegas Satellite players. The tournament is about to commence.
Going to be good value in the Destination Vegas Satellite. We're guaranteeing one package, and I think it's 7 runners at the moment. I think there's a couple more quick sit and goes. Looks like they're trying to get them in so they can all get in on the cheap. If you're in the area, want to come down, we're guaranteeing one package, take you out to Vegas in June, 7 nights accommodation, flights, and entry into the Colossus. Few nights out with Tom Brady as well. Can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. So we're down to 23 now. Top 18 are getting some cash here. 130 min cash, 2,900 up top. So all in a call on the outer table, King 9 versus King Jack. And the King 9's going, that's Crack Kings have lost a player. Again, that's going to affect the numbers at the top of the table. Lucy, did you get that exit there?
He flopped this straight, didn't he? Yeah, I'm just going to go.
You've got that one. Do you want to get that one out? Yeah, do you want to get that one done? Nice.
Yeah,
one.
I'll be by 2 minutes.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. All in on the feature table. Our player from Froome Poker, Paul Bond. Just got the blinds to get through, and they both fold. So he's going to take down blinds and antes. Well played to him, and we move on. So blinds are 3,000, 6,000 with a running ante of 600. We're in level 16. We've got one more level to play after this, and there's going to be a 30-minute dinner break. At that point, the plan is we're going to switch the stream over to Facebook Live and give that a whirl for the last levels before we get down to the final tables. So to give you guys that are watching at home plenty of warning, easy to do. Just get onto Facebook. You'll find it on the group, and exactly the same stream, but we're just going to put it up on Facebook Live. All in a call on feature. Lee and Gary. Oh, how exciting. 10 Jack versus Ace Queen. And here it comes. Jack 5 for Lee. 4 on the turn. It's going to be a double up for Lee. And 6 on the river. And Lee gets his double up through Gary Pennicott. So Lee playing for Ace High Poker Club, been up and down all day. He's doubled up players and he's had double ups himself. Still in the game. 22 players remaining now. So last couple of exits on the outer table was Scott Berridge playing for Shager and Simon Marks playing for Crack Kings. So both Crack Kings have 3 players left now, and Hit Squad have 2. And we're down to 22 players. Getting close to the money bubble now. All in a call on the one of the outer tables. Jacks against King 7, and the King 7 makes the flush. So blinds are up. We're now level 17. Blinds is 4,000, 8,000 with a running ante of 800. Still got 22 players left. So it was Terry for playing for LPPL that got the double up on the outer table, making his flush. Happy days.
Girlfriend's watching in Tenerife. Awesome.
So I'm just finding out that we've got people watching this all over. So there's somebody. So who's that in Tenerife, guys?
Nicole, my darling girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend.
Fantastic. She's sat watching the stream. What? I presume supping a few cocktails by the pool or something like that.
Sucking some what?
Quality. Hello to her out in Tenerife. Fantastic stuff. Following your guys, who looks like they're potentially might be going for gold. Fingers crossed. They're going for it. It's very close though. You know.
She's going for gold as well.
Very, very close at the top between the two teams, Hit Squad and Crack Kings. Crack Kings wouldn't be the first team in orange to win this event. Bristol and Southwest Poker Meter won this first time we ran this, and they had lovely orange shirts as well. So be nice at this venue as well, guys. At this venue.
We got new shirts.
We picked orange because of Blackpool's own colours. That's
perfect. Excellent stuff. Well, it's lucky. It's lucky, that's for sure. So all in the call on the outer tables. And I think it's going to be another double up for Terry for LPPL. By the looks of it.
Really?
Sounds on.
He's still got dial-up though over there.
Yeah, well, so he definitely did say beautiful girlfriend in Tenerife for sure. Yeah, absolute Nicole. Yeah, definitely did. So, yeah, she might have heard that. 30-second delay. So we're now waiting for 30 seconds to find out whether Nicole in Tenerife actually did hear this or not. Yeah. So still on 22 players. Happy to be of service. Yeah, I'll say no more than that. So we're down to 22 players, 18 for the money. This is slowed right up with 22 players. 35 minutes left of this level. Not a huge amount going on at the moment. Everyone's tightened up. We're just say four off the individual cash now. So we will go hand for hand at 19 for the individual cash. Much easier than yesterday's hand for hand when we had 11 tables going. This will just be the 3. So you won't have to be quite shouting down half of the card room to get it organised. Went well yesterday though, that was good. I mean, the only downside to the whole of yesterday is Lucy picked 6 hands at the end of the day. What happened, Lucy?
I always go for the middle card. Blame your guy who.
Middle for diddle.
Middle for diddle, obvious.
Set up. He knew you were going to do that.
Seems rude. Seems really rude, to be fair. It went quickly enough. It was fine.
Actually, we lost a few more, didn't we? We got down to 60, so that was good.
And that was your prediction, so you shouldn't be complaining.
All in the call on the outer tables. Pocket eights against ace queen. I think it's the ace queen at risk. We're going to need a count up. Dealer's going to count up, so we'll find out where we're at. Reason, yeah, close-ish stacks, so we're going to get a count on it anyway. So we're still counting up on that outer table. Meanwhile, Gary Pennicutt raises it up on the feature. Mid position. Makes it 17,000 to go. And he's got a caller in Mark. Oh, she's not got a caller in Mark. Mark's raised it up again. Mark's raised it up to 45,000. I saw him reaching for chips, but it's, there's a 25k black one in there as well. Gary passes, so Mark takes down that pot. So Lee's all in, down the far end, top of the screen as you're looking. Decision back on seat 1, which is Daryl playing for Lee Barrett Poker Network. And he's going to fold. Lee's going to have a look, which means he normally shows one, and he shows an ace. There we go. Ace of diamonds. "30 minutes left of this level, then players will be on a 30-minute break. So Lee, our poker manager here, was just saying that one to bear in mind is if we do get down to the 19, which is the money bubble, then we have to play that through. So before players will get a break. So if we do get down to 19 before the end of this level, then we will have to play the bubble until we bust one before players will get to go on a break. For the integrity of the tournament, so one to bear in mind, but we still, as I think we've just lost one more, so I think we're down to 21 now. Lucy's just posting that one up, so we'll see who it is now. So is it? I think it's Coldstream Poker have just lost one. Alistair, I think it was. So we're down to 21. So a massive pot over on the side, one of the outer tables, aces versus kings, all in pre. And I think the aces belong to Lee, who was on the feature table a minute ago. So it's going to be a double up for him.
no worries. I can do chip bench if you want.
So 3 tables to 7. Two more to the bubble. Players will be on a break in 23 minutes. Well, it's quite quiet here on the. It's quite quiet at the team event, but it's all kicking off in the sit and go for the Vegas satellite in the other end of the room. I'm not sure what's happening, but they're all loving it over there. So 20 minutes left of this level. Very, very quiet. Not a lot going on at the moment. All in the call on the feature table. It's Queen Jack against Ace Queen. It's the Ace Queen at risk. Here we go. Ace in the window. 2 for the chop. That's good, and it's a double up for the Ace Queen. So that was a double up for Rich Gilby, playing for AWOP. So it's a raise by Mark. After a little bit of a thinking time from Jimmy at the top, he decides to fold. He says, "I was shoving rather than calling." So blinds 4,000, 8,000 with an 800 running ante. 21 left, and 12 and a bit minutes of this level. Players will be on a break at the end of this level unless we're on the bubble at that time, in which case the bubble will play out. So for those of you that might have just joined the stream, a little while ago the top 3 places were locked up, and we ended up with Scott Squad guaranteed bronze medalists, but we've still got Crack Kings and Hit Squad fighting it out for first and second in the team event. 5,000 for first, 3,000 for second. The 21 players remaining here are battling it out for a top prize of £2,900 individually, plus a Vegas package to join us out in Vegas this June. Top 18 will get paid here, £130 as minimum cash. Half the prize pool got split for the individuals and half for the team. We've got another Destination Vegas satellite underway as well. Start at 3 o'clock. I think that's now got 11 or 12 runners now. Going to be great value that is. We're guaranteeing one package in that, so So 10 minutes left of this level at 4,000, 8,000. Don't forget tonight's the start of the Grosvenor Vegas promotion. 2 packages every night for the next 10 weeks, every Sunday night for the next 10 weeks. £2,500 package gets you £1,000 worth of money towards flight and expenses. 7 nights in the Link. Entry into the Colossus World Series event, plus a welcome party. Should be great there. They're taking 20 players out. Pretty much the same dates that APAT are going to be out there as well. So should be an absolute party out in Vegas for 7 days. Next event for APAC after this was the World Championship of Amateur Poker in Manchester over the Easter weekend. Get all the details. Go on to apat.com/WCOAP. And you'll see the full schedule. 18 bracelet events. 3-day main event with 3 starting days. Should be absolutely awesome. Loads of variants to play. There's an 8-game player championship. There's a pot limit Omaha. There's a round of each. There's open face Chinese, pineapple, Irish, 6 max, heads up, a horse event. Buy-ins range from 50 up to 100, and there's also a 200 high roller as well. Great value tournaments. There's not really anywhere outside Vegas you get to play these events. APAT put them on. That's what we do. We're all looking forward to it and hope you can get there. You can reserve your seat in advance using our Eventbrite facility, or you can buy in direct into the Grosvenor holding tank. Choice is yours. And still we go with 21 players here. So it's Mark and Richard seeing a board of Ace 3-7. They both bet 10k on the flop. 7 on the turn's gone check. 4 on the river, they both checked, and 7-9 Rich shows and Mark's got Jack 7. So I'm not quite sure how it didn't all go in there, to be honest, but the flush got there in the end and it checked all the way down. So I'm not quite sure how the chips didn't all get in, but I'm not even sure that's good play or bad play that the chips didn't all get in. I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure. On we go then. 7 more minutes of this level. 21 players remaining. Top 18 get paid. Still anyone's game at the top between the two teams. Go onto the forum, find the live update section. You'll see the at a glance table that Matt has been updating all weekend. You can see exactly how close it is between Crack Kings and Hit Squad. I wouldn't want to call it at the moment. One's got 3 left, one's got 2 left, but the mins and max is a pretty tight, Matt. Matt's nodding at me. Absolute, Matt's there, very tight, he says, as he's eating his sandwich. But yeah, he's very tight indeed. I genuinely wouldn't want to call it. It could go either way. The Crack Kings guys that are out are all railing their remaining guys. And the Hit Squad guys quietly over the far side. I can see Hit Squad captain over there. I can see Dave pointing out who's left remaining. They're trying to work it out as well. I think both their guys are on the same table. We've got 2 Crack King guys on this feature table, and the third Crack King guy is on the other remaining table. So they're basically apart from each other at the moment. So no tactics of trying to go for each other's chips. All they can do is play their game. all in on the feature. So it's Paul Bond from Froome who's all in, and Mark saying, I think I'm priced in to call. Just looking for a count, so. Right then, we got 2 minutes left on this level, and players are going to be on a half-hour break. So as I said earlier on, the plan is we're going to switch this stream over to the live Facebook Live stream after this. So if you're watching, happen to be watching on our website or on YouTube Direct, you'll need to switch over to there. If you're already on Facebook, well, just keep an eye out for it because it'll reappear after their half-an-hour break. Right then, 1 minute to go of this level, and players are going to be on a half-hour break. Unless we lose two very quickly. And then we'll play the bubble out. I'm not saying anything because I normally box this kind of thing, you know, and then fine with them playing the bubble for the next hour and a half, but yeah. I'd like to think now with 40 seconds to go, we're probably going to be on a break. Our guys will get full chip counts during the break so you can see exactly where everyone is, because I know that the Crack Kings and Hit Squad guys are probably desperate to know how many chips each other have got. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so players are going to be on a half-hour break here. As I said, we're going to, as I say that, we've got an all-in and a... So it's Gary against Jimmy. It's Ace-King against Ace-7. It's going to be the Ace-King at risk, we think. So here we go.
King, crack the king, 7 from heaven. 7.
Ace-6-3, all clubs. There's no clubs out there.
7.
Jack.
River. Hey.
And a 6 pairs the board, but therefore the king's going to play. So Gary's going to get a double up through Jimmy, and players are going to be on a 30-minute break. Head on to the forum to get chip counts during the break. We'll see you back in half an hour on Facebook Live.